What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Uh, I got a letter or a message on Facebook today, and I thought I'd share it with you. When I first read it and everything, I kind of got a little bit of a bone chill, if you will. Had a ring of truth to it, and with everything going on, it had a kind of hit solid. Anyway, this is sent to me on Facebook Messenger, and I will read it to you. I'm not going to name the source or anything like that. You know how that goes. But we'll go ahead and start off. The well, shoot, I'm sorry. Okay, it starts off. Everyone needs to read this. Stay informed. Scary times we're in. Anyway, here it goes. Texas, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Kentucky, and Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and South Dakota filed suit at the Supreme Court charging Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Georgia for unlawful elections will violate the U.S. Constitution. That's already a big storm going right there. Some of y'all keeping up with it. Texas started leading the charge, and it's got 17 states going with Texas to file charges against these other four. Okay. Source who works for the Pentagon confirms. Soon, Trump will take over the national broadcast system. Y'all remember that message got sent out a couple years ago? Listen and follow instructions is what is said on the message. Don't panic. Our military, law enforcement, and other great patriots, you know how that goes, got this. We will prevail. Trump 2020. And it goes on to say, China has purchased 130,000 acres of land near Lofton Air Force Base. Even MSN is reporting on this. And they have found Chinese spies have been identified in Congress. Chinese parcel services have been confirmed being received at election centers in the U.S. Chinese leaders have bragged this week of their influence and control in the American politics. Biden has been confirmed as tied to CCP, as well as many high-level U.S. officials, including Georgia's Governor Kemp. In a 2017 video shows POTUS, President of the United States, stating in the Oval Office, a storm is coming. Yesterday and today, the 82nd Airborne posted in two separate social media posts, don't say who did it, but it is tagged as from the 82nd Airborne. 1. A storm is coming. Hashtag combat ready. 2. And this is in quotation marks, both of them are. Final preparations today for Devil Storm, DEVIL, Devil Storm. The morning started with a combined arms rehearsal, in parentheses CAR. The brigade walkthrough of the planned operation during which company battery troop commanders, along with sustainment leaders, briefed the team on the base plan of executing the mission. The day closes out with the Sustained Airborne Tactical Training, SAT in parentheses, for all paratroopers who will be jumping into the fight. The storm is upon us. Watch it unfold this week. Hashtag strike hold, capital S, capital H. Hashtag AATW, all capital letters. Hashtag DIBP, in capital letters. And hashtag Devil Storm, capital D, capital S. And more, it goes on. Intel points to a potential martial law being declared on or by December 14th. I remember my video the other day talking about this. Martial law's coming. On or by December 14th. Intel is overwhelming that high-ranking Democrats and Republicans had conspired and acted in conjunction with the CCP to steal the 2020 election, and that the CCC is attempting to overthrow our government and instill communism. Well, hopefully y'all been knowing this has been going on for a while. This has been going on for years, ever since Bush Sr. All right. Military and naval movements, it goes on. Over the past 4 days, there have been massive movements of troops. I can attest to this. I've been watching this stuff go on for weeks and months of troop movements and everything. Of troops, equipment, and supplies within the continental United States. I'll attest to that. That has been going on. I have seen that myself, as well as Anna. We are witnesses to that. I've taken several photographs and short videos of troops and equipment. I've questioned several military members, location where they're going and what's going on with them and everything. So most of it is hush hush. Today, which is Tuesday, the U.S. Navy is positioning aircraft carriers and their strike groups off both the U.S. East and West Coast. It appears that we're preparing to defend ourselves from an invasion. Still Dawn, Red Dawn invasion. China. Late Saturday, no fewer than 25 C-17 aircraft were in the skies over the United States. Those are Chinese aircraft, carrying troops and equipment from all the nations, all going to Nellis Air Force Base. Also late Saturday, no fewer than 12 C-130 aircraft were also on the move, also heading into Nellis. C-130 is a cargo or troop equipment and troop movement planes. On Sunday, locals on and around Nellis reported the base was swarming with soldiers and Marines. They also reported seeing a vast array of land fighting equipment coming out of cargo aircraft. This morning, according to the U.S. Navy Institute, the Navy has deployed 3, in parentheses the number 3, aircraft carriers, including a landing helicopter dock, LHD, off the U.S. West Coast, and 2 aircraft carriers and their strike groups, plus another LHD off the East Coast. Off the West Coast is USS Carl Vinson in the Pacific, not at port, in parentheses, along with the Oregon/Washington border, the USS Essex, parentheses, LHD, off the coast of San Francisco, and the USS Theodore Roosevelt and its strike group off the coast of Los Angeles. Off the East Coast are the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. Off the coast of Connecticut, the USS Gerald R. Ford. Off the coast of New Jersey, and the USS Iwo Jima off the coast of South Carolina. The map below lays out the approximate location of the vessels, given these are new naval deployments and the very large sudden movement of troops into Nellis Air Force Base. One gets the impression that the United States is preparing to defend its homeland from actual invasion. That is the end of the message I got, and I've been keeping up with this, guys, for a while. I've been keeping up with the solar activity that's going on. This might be a cover-up. This incoming solar flare might be an cover-up from EMP attack. Now, I want to go back a little bit, a couple of years ago, when they was all talking about going into Venezuela. A lot of talk was about we was going to invade Venezuela and take their gold and oil and force them to bow down to capitalism or whatever the story was, in socialism there. That was what the story was. So, excuse me, my hair's doing weird. Trump, everybody said, well, Trump agreed with this. Okay, well, what happened is y'all know, and I've talked about this to several other people, the Chinese and Russians and several other groups have been down in South America, Venezuela, Colombia, and Peru, and all the other stuff, starting stuff. A lot of the immigrants moving north started from around Colombia and Venezuela and places like that, moving north. So they said that they convinced Trump that he needed to send troops down there to Colombia to work with the Colombian army and others to stop Venezuela and to invade into Venezuela. And I don't know if y'all kept up with it or not, but that went to zero. It did not happen. And what turned out to be is that Trump used this and agreed with the war machine and sent the troops there. but their purpose wasn't to invade Venezuela or Peru or anything else, or uh, to fight with Colombia. In fact, what they did is exactly the opposite. If y'all remember Trump talking to the Colombian president, what he did is got Colombia to agree to work with the United States and stop the Chinese, Russian, and other people from coming up from South America into Central America and making their way up to the United States, our southern border. That's in fact what happened. And it's been back and forth, battles, small skirmishes here and there between forces of this group and that group, including Chinese. Y'all ain't hearing about this, but we've been at war for several fucking years, okay, guys? We've been having battles here and battles here with Chinese, uh, 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 Syria and Iran and Pakistan and several over in Africa with different rebel groups, and several down in South America with other groups and everything like that. We've been at war for 5 or 6 years, guys, okay? Plain and simple. We've been at war. They just ain't come out and said it. Now, given that's what Trump did, he tricked them into thinking that they had control of him by sending the troops there, and he turned around and used them to block the invasion from the South as much as possible. Now, taking that in effect, that Trump likes to pull the wool over people's eyes, he may have, I'm saying this speculation, used this COVID emergency to help deploy the troops and agreeing and thinking that, letting them think that he is doing what they say by getting everybody out there, get everybody vaccinated, and using the troops, as they say, we're going to use the troops to vaccinate everybody. And he's got us poised to stop the invasion that's coming and control the people that's in the street. That's going to start chaos. The Antifa, the MS-13s, and all them other monkeys that's already here in the United States and ones that's coming in from the north and south. That could be the possibility that he's using the COVID as a cover-up to go along with the globalists and the elite and the war machine and everybody else, the deep state, and set it up to refuse or to stop an overthrow of the United States government and the whole entire United States. But the thing is, guys, that letter I just read to you, it sent bone chills, completely through me, because it's so much true about everything I've been talking about for the last 5 or 6 years, since 2012. That this day is coming, that the overthrow of the United States is imminent, and it's right now, it's in your face. Like I said before, and I've been saying this for years, it's going to come a time for y'all to make hard decisions, and that time is right now. You have to decide something, because when they come, we've got most of our forces overseas, guys. Most of our military is overseas, and that was done by plan. Think hard what you're going to do. Think hard where you're going to be. Think hard what you want to take with you. And who. Shit's getting bad. Get ready.